Before we start today's video, check out our affiliate links in the description down below. These can make some great gifts with the holiday season just around the corner, or even a gift for yourself. It supports the channel at no extra cost of you. Thanks so much. May the force be with you, and enjoy the video.
Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have an exciting update for the filming of Ahsoka Season 2. It hints at a lengthy wait for Season 2, but I think it'll be all worth the while. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys, everything that we know, and everything that we're anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Okay, so in this video we are going to be taking a quick read from CBR.com as an overall garnering source. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. Star Wars Ahsoka fans have a long wait ahead of them when it comes to the series' second installment and for its release date. Of course, a couple of days ago that we had recently covered and discussed here on the channel as it broke from a recent reveal, almost like confirmation and announcement, tease if you will, from Ahsoka star Natasha Liu-Bordizzo, who takes on Sabine Wren in live action, saying that they are going to start filming and production on Ahsoka Season 2 after the Mandalorian and Grogu movie wraps up, and she had predicted that that would be going on until summer of next year, 2025. So in summer of 2025 is where we would see Ahsoka Season 2 start its production, principal photography, and overall filming from there as well. And per ScreenRant.com and their article, Star Wars Ahsoka star Natasha Liu-Bordizzo had revealed during an appearance at DragonCon that she will not be in attendance at next year's event, as the scheduled dates for the convention are in conflict with the shooting schedule for the second season of the hit Star Wars series Ahsoka. With filming on Ahsoka Season 2 taking place in the summer of 2025, we're able from there to lay the groundwork as to where we can anticipate and see it release actually to the Disney Plus streamer, what that might actually entail for into the regards of its plot details and everything that the fans would want to know. Fans are expecting that they won't see any new episodes of Ahsoka until 2026. Whether or not that is going to be before or after May of 2026, which is when the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is releasing, is yet to be seen. So as I've kind of discussed and have talked about here on the channel before, I think a very realistic thing that we could see, because this is something that we're continuing to see with Disney Plus shows inside and out of the Star Wars IP and franchise, is that usually they'll actually begin production, like editing, the post-production aspects of things and editing on any given Disney Plus series while they're actually still in the principal photography and still actually shooting any given Disney Plus show. Like, this was something that initially started back a couple of years ago in 2021 because of COVID restrictions essentially, and that they needed to edit these projects during when they were filming, and since then, even despite not having any of those kind of pandemic restrictions, they have still kind of kept with that same strategy. It's something that's worked well for the franchise of Star Wars, not just that, but all types of other Disney Plus related IPs and projects as well. Like recently, Goosebumps Season 2, I don't know if you guys have seen the first season of that. Well, you know, if you have, let me know in the comments down below, but they recently wrapped up with the second season filming and production roughly like a month ago, and one of my sources had actually said that they were actually editing and doing the whole post-production process the whole time while they were actually still shooting. So a lot of those episodes are done, complete, and squared away. So we very well would and probably could see the same thing continuing on down the line, and especially for Ahsoka Season 2, I think is a very likely outcome of what we would see with that there as well, is that they would be editing and doing post-production on Ahsoka Season 2 while they're even still filming and still actually part of the principal photography essentially. Like, they'll have like the first episode done of it while they're maybe like halfway through filming essentially, and it would be ready to go and ready for them to like start releasing. I wouldn't get your hopes up, because that's also not the way that it works. Like, they finish editing one episode and they just throw it out onto Disney Plus. There's this whole release strategy of things, the whole promoting and marketing aspect of things that's also going into this, and that they do heavily bear into mind there, of course. I think you guys get the idea though. Like, it's the whole post-production aspect of things after the principal photography and filming process is going to make it a whole lot easier. It's going to go a lot faster essentially. It makes it easier for them as well, because they're able to help out and catch up on reshoots, so there isn't a whole reshoot schedule all at the same time that they'd have to, like, you know, focus on in the meanwhile as well. Star Wars Ahsoka had premiered in August of last year to rave reviews from the critics and audiences alike, and the series stars Rosario Dawson as the titular Jedi character, with Ariana Greenblatt taking on a younger Ahsoka in her younger years during the Clone Wars flashbacks. That's a whole nother heavy aspect of things I think that we'll see with Ahsoka Season 2, is more Clone Wars flashbacks. If for anything, I think that we even have the opportunity to see even more so flashbacks and holograms, world between worlds events, not just with, a young Ahsoka, but also Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen returning as well as the Chosen One, and actually even playing more of a role in the world between worlds, in flashbacks like Clone Wars flashbacks, and even in the present time of the Ahsoka Disney Plus series as a Force Ghost. That was a huge implication and a huge tease that we saw in the finale of Ahsoka Season 1, as we saw Ahsoka and Sabine trapped on this other galaxy on the planet of Peridia. It pans out, and that's where we have the reveal of Anakin Skywalker watching over them. So I think that he'll be around and be acting as a big guide for them, essentially as they try to find a way back to the main Star Wars galaxy to help out the rest of their rebel friends, reuniting with them for one thing, but then also putting a stop to Thrawn before his plans get too ahead of himself. It's all leading to the big culmination of Dave Filoni's Thrawn movie that's slated to come out sometime after the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, of course. Maybe in 2027 is where we would maybe be anticipating it. Like Star Wars and Lucasfilm does have a release date saved for something like Lucasfilm related, Star Wars related essentially for that. So fans are anticipating that to be the Dave Filoni Thrawn culmination movie. Bearing all of this in mind, and with that maybe being the case of that's where we're going to see the Thrawn culmination movie is in 2027, I definitely would anticipate us to have the Mandalorian and Grogu movie released in May of 2026 as it's per slated, then have Ahsoka Season 2, kind of a Star Wars and Disney riding that high of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, people returning to theaters, getting excited about the franchise again, coming back home and being able to watch weekly releases of Ahsoka Season 2, continuing on in with the Mandoverse, of course, there as well. Set things up and set the stage for the Thrawn culmination movie. Let it be also bared in mind that the Thrawn culmination movie isn't the end of anything. If for anything, it's the beginning. I know a lot of other channels and a lot of other sources have kind of falsified it to be like the big culmination, like this is it, this is the end, and that they don't plan to do anything else with the Mandoverse. But hey guys, there's like a whole nother 25 years leading up to the events of the sequel trilogy. Even if they decide to take a different route with it and like maybe not use all of these same characters, like maybe they want to retire the characters of like Boba Fett, for example, or Ahsoka, because there just isn't really much other story to tell with those characters, then so be it. They'd come up with other characters, lead us to the events of the sequel trilogy, fill in a lot of those holes and the gaps that the sequel trilogy really left the overall franchise. This here all being said, guys, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.